Hello everybody, welcome back to What If Deku Was Big Daddy. And so yeah, last time we left off there, he met the person and then he lost consciousness. So we cut to Deku, he's just lying on the floor again. And he sees flashes of his past life when he just got bullied by Bakugo, watched that All Might video, and watched that other All Might video, and the other. Just kidding. And yeah, he remembered his mom, but when he woke up, it was all gone. It was like nothing happened. But when he looked around, the little sister was nowhere to be seen. His instinct kicked in and he began looking for it, running around wildly. And he didn't find her. Then he just began running around looking for the little sister. And he was just running in the alleyway. But then he saw, like, when he came to the exit of the alleyway, he saw a bunch of people grouping around a hero who had just defeated a villain, which is Mount Lady. And yeah, so when he steps outside of the alleyway and comes into view, every news reporter and the people just look at him, even Mount Lady. They all just silently stare at him. And they could just goes along the street, and these people just assumed, like, oh, it's probably a weird mutation quirk. So he just continued, because they hadn't. He's like a very rare version of a Big Daddy. They're like prototypes, so he's basically a prototype. So he just walks around, looking around. Then he just walks into a car, like a just walks across the road and sees, and the light was red, so the car just crashed right into him. But he doesn't care. He just keeps on walking and looking around. And then he comes to a little neighborhood, like a good distance away from all the city. It's like in the outer edge of the city. And he comes to a playground. And then more memories just flashing up when he played in that area with Bakugo and his old friend. But he snapped out of it and just continued looking. He looked and looked everywhere. He could not find the little sister. So in a fitter, he was just walking and was getting more frustrated, more and more frustrated. And then some random drunk man just walked up to him and like, "Oi, you think you're a tough guy? I'm gonna show you." And he hits Deku in the face, which pisses him off. So he just fucking slaps the shit out of him with his drill. And then, like, everybody that's around is just like, what the fuck? And police are called and they tried to restrain him, but he just he just knocks them out, every single one. Then Mount Lady shows up, and she goes big mode, and she tries to grab Deku, but she grabs Deku, and Deku tries to break free, but he can't. So he uses one of his Alpha Series version's ability called Plasmids, which is made by Adam. So like it's used basically like quirks, temporary. Like you aren't born with it, just like discount quirks. So he uses a quirk which I'm just gonna call Electro Bolt, where he shoots a big bolt of lightning, which makes Mount Lady let go of him. And but then she followed up when he was dropped on the ground. She kicked him, and he was sent flying. He was real pissed because of her constantly attacking him. So the lights on the Big Daddies. Yeah, there are 3 different modes. Green, if it shows green, then it's just like then he's chill. If it's yellow, he's like a bit wary and stuff, and if it's red, he's very pissed. Yeah, so his light turns red and he attacks, but like he charges her with his drill, and he stabs her foot with his drill, and it causes her to collapse. But then calmly Woods, I think his name is, comes in and just puts a lot of, then captures him with his 3 powers, but he uses a second plasmid that he has to just burn up the, I'm gonna call the plasmid Incinerate, which he uses to burn up the wood that's keeping him restrained. So yeah, and when Conway was tries to swing with wood, he just gets shot by Deku's Electro Bolt, and he falls to the ground, and Deku picks him up and punches the shit out of him, and he's completely knocked out. And Deku charges up his drill, about to kill him before reinforcements arrive, and a lot of heroes swarm him and shoot at him. So Deku retreats. And he's just walking in a dark alleyway, and then he goes to it. He goes back to the warehouse to hide, really. And when he's there, he just sees a bunch of other creatures like him, like these on screen, like this one and this one. You see, and there's a bunch of little sisters there too. And he mistakes one of the little sisters for his own, which, when he tried to grab the little sister and put it on his back, this one, a model like this big Daddy, just attacks him to defend his little sister because he identifies it as a threat. But Deku dodges the attack, and he shoots a lightning bolt right in his face, and then whacks him over the head with his drill, and then drills one of his arms, like making him unable to use one of his arms. And the Big Daddy retaliates by just hitting him with a drill, and then severely fucking up one of his arms. He almost drills off one of Deku's arms, but he managed to use Incinerate Plasmid to knock him back, and then he used shocking Electrobolt Plasmid to stun him, and then he just beats the crap out of him, ending with him just putting the drill right in his chest and just starting it and just making a big hole through his chest and instantly killing the Big Daddy. And yeah, the other Big Daddies, they don't give a shit, because these Big Daddies are only here to protect their little sisters, so they don't give a shit that Deku killed them, one of their kind. So yeah, he just kept walking. He just looks at the girl and he just picked her up and put us back. But he just put her on her back, and then he walked out with the girl, the little sister, on his back, and they just walked around for the night, and they got some Adam and stuff, and then suddenly, when he was just the little sister was collecting Adam from a corpse, he saw somebody familiar. The person who knocked him out, supposedly. And that person began walking towards the little sister. As he went in front of her and tried to attack that person to protect the little sister, he couldn't move. He just was completely stunned, like in a trance. His instincts faded, and the person spoke up. "So you're this one. You're the one who took my child. Well, I took it back. My child back, that little sister." Which was the little sister, you suppose? You would know. So, do yourself a favor, and would you kindly take off your helmet? Deku couldn't do anything but do as he said. And then the person tossed him a gun. Just, would you kindly point it to your head and shoot? And Deku just slowly put the gun to his head as he saw the person grabbing the little sister he had taken from the other Big Daddy. And he felt a soaring pain in his head as he felt blood running down his cheek, and himself collapsing to the ground. And the blood, he just crashed down on the ground. Blood. He was bleeding from his head where he had shot himself. And yeah, that's where I'm gonna leave it. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. Please consider liking or subscribing or give a comment. That would be appreciated. So, bye.